Yo, what up, everybody?
What's up, boys?
How's it going?
What's up, boys?
Same shit, different day?
Another one.
Yeah, just cleaning glass. Not much else.
Same here.
Yeah, it's starting to hit that time of year where you start just fucking going through the motions.
Yeah, no shit.
It's like ride it out to the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Been hot as a mother here, man.
Yeah, man, I don't know how you do it. It's probably, what, in the mid-90s?
96 degrees yesterday. Yeah.
Fuck that.
It's not that bad as long as the breeze is up. Like, we've had a lot of nice, breeze, so the air is moving. But when the breeze goes away and the humidity goes up, it's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Yep. Humidity's the son of a bitch.
But what can you do?
Just gotta go out and clean some fucking glass, man.
Right?
That's about it.
Looks like your schedule's picking back up, TJ.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yep, doing pretty good.
Nice.
Bunch of
And what about you,
residential work
Seth?
to do.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? I guess Seth doesn't feel like answering your questions.
Oh, what was the question? I didn't see it.
Mark asked you a question.
Oh, Mark, what'd you ask me, brother?
Oh, I said, how's your schedule? You guys picking up?
It's it's good. It's busy. Probably like TJ's, a lot of residential.
Yeah.
Doing an HOA this week by myself, which kind of sucks, but
Dude, how do you guys deal with it? I don't care if you're in Florida or Boston or Ohio. There's that same stigma with HOAs, man.
What's that, big checks?
No, it ain't big checks. It's
It's a
a
good-
big
it's a
pain in
good-
the ass fucking
I don't know
people,
what the
man.
fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, right. No,
honestly,
that's
this one's like first year was a fucking shit show. This year has like been awesome. Like I haven't had to take off one screen.
Yeah.
They're all taken off. Everyone just seems to be in a good mood. I had one lady who kind of like was snippy, but other than that, I mean, I was at 44 houses in the past 2 days, so to
Wow.
have one kind of shitty person, I'm like, whatever. Who
Yeah.
cares? So it's a good ratio right now. I got 12 left to do tomorrow, and then a wash job, and then I'm done there. So
Yeah.
let's hope these people aren't pricks tomorrow. It'd be nice.
Everybody wish Chris happy recovery. Chris
What happened to
Chris Lambernides. Oh, he had to have a surgery on his back.
Oh,
Back
shit.
Really?
was all-
What's
yeah,
up, man?
His back was all fucked up. I talked to him today. He sounds pretty good though. I guess he says he's doing pretty good. Instant relief. I guess he was in a lot of pain for a while. Like he
Damn,
like
sorry.
a crushed disc, and there was scar tissue, and it's pinching a nerve and fucking him up. So
They didn't. Yeah, dude. You know what? Back pain is like tooth pain. It's really not bad, but because of where it is, and you can't get away from it hurting, meaning you can't stop moving your back or you can't stop chewing. You know what I'm saying? You can't open your mouth. Your teeth hurt. tooth pain and back pain are probably minimal amounts of pain, but because of where they are, they're the worst pains. You know.
Right. Sucks.
They are.
Yeah,
How long ago do you have surgery?
Yesterday.
Oh shit! If he sounds good today, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Well, he must have been in a lot of fucking pain to be feeling better already.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I'm close on my back. I know it's a matter of time before something's got to get done, but I'm just trying to ride that train out a little longer.
right.
But
Yeah. I once had an MRI, and they started talking about deteriorated discs, and I had a fractured pelvis at one point that didn't heal. It healed in a way that it put pressure on my spine, and they did an MRI. They want to cut me open and do all this shit, and I ended up going pretty religiously for about a year for chiropractic care, and now I go like every 6 to 8 weeks, and I'm cool. I mean, I still have my days, but I'm not a fan of if they don't have to cut me, I don't want them to.
yeah, I think if you got like a crushed disc or you got a pinched nerve, not much to do, you got to, but just general soreness and compact spine stuff, like,
dude, I used to get this pinched nerve, and it didn't matter. Like, it happened so many times that I figured out it happened in so many different ways, meaning like one time I just reached into the back of the truck to slide my bucket to the tailgate, right? Or I could bend down, and then I would feel it twinge, and I knew within 15 minutes I wasn't going to be able to straighten up, and that would usually last several days, okay? And then you could actually feel when the nerve was no longer pinched, but the nerve was producing pain because it must have been irritated. And that's when I started chiropractic care, and I haven't had that problem since, thank God. Knock on wood. I shouldn't even talk about it, because tomorrow I'll probably fucking,
Right.
Dude, it's the worst. Like when you get like sciatic pain, like every once in a while I get it down the right side, and it goes like up the side of my head all the way down to my knees. Like,
that's sciatic,
that's,
right?
Like,
Is that
numb?
sciatic?
Yeah, like that numb. It's just like I can't feel my leg. I'm like, this isn't good. This sucks. It's all like a cop.
He says, fortunately, I have the Chaz to keep me entertained while I heal up.
Yeah. He's a fan of the Warlord. Warlord. Biggest pussy on 2 fucking feet. And he's a Warlord. They need to go in there with those water cannons, right?
Fuck that.
And
They're running around with AR-15s and shit.
It doesn't matter. They come in an armored vehicle with a water cannon.
Dude,
they won't be holding on to no AR-15 when you got a water cannon at you.
They also won't be holding on to no AR-15 with a fucking hole in their head either. Fuck a water cannon. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Fuck that. Shoot them cocksuckers.
I agree.
TJ, are you back to 100% busy? No, I am not back to 100% busy. I'm just doing residential work right now. I've only got one commercial account back. Everything else is still on hold. So,
So how long do the Wendy's say they're on hold for? With the
I don't know.
nothing?
I just got a call today. They want one of the managers called me and wanted to know if I'd come do the outside. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Bring a rake and shovel to get all that mud off there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need to jump on that, man. Show a little. Hey, man, no problem. I'm here for you.
I mean, I'll go fucking do them. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna run right out and do them, but I'm gonna take care of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So.
Yep.
I don't know, man. To be quite honest with you, I fucking don't expect to see anything until probably the end of July as far as regular kind of window cleaning goes. I'm actually already kind of in my head preparing myself to have to go get another job. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
In the winter, yeah, I think I'm going to have to. I don't see how I'm not going to make enough money in this amount of time to not, you know what I mean? Especially if they fuck around and fucking do, I mean, who knows what they're going to do? They've already locked us down for 3 months. Who says that they're not going to do it again? You know what I mean? Once flu season starts, you know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm preparing mentally for that. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Unless I can find another avenue to make money. in the wintertime. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Winter's tough up in our area, in your area too, TJ. It's like there's not much you can do, at least outside. So that really limits like possibilities.
Right.
Makes it tough.
Right. As of right now, I think we're in phase 1, maybe phase 2. I don't know. This phase, all these phases and all this fucking shit is so fucking stupid, man. All this shit is fucking stupid. You're gonna get the shit. You're gonna get the shit. That's just it. That's the way I feel about it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. I'm not saying that it's not real or any of that shit, but you're either gonna get it or you're not gonna get it. You know what I mean? And they don't know nothing about anything. So I don't know.
If they knew how this worked, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah. So it's all
Palm Beach. The 3 counties local to me are still in phase 1. There are parts of Florida in phase 2. We're supposed to be able to go to phase 2, I think, next week, which will open up more seating in restaurants. I know my big furniture store chain, I couldn't believe it, sent me a work order. So I guess they're open. I'm going to go do it, you know.
Right.
It's 100 miles away, but I'm going, you know. And,
they're
starting things up.
I haven't cleaned any storefront, like, glass fucking since it was snowing. So, you know what I mean? I haven't.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm hopeful things will turn back to the way that they were, but my plan of moving primarily to commercial work just doesn't. I mean, of course, that plan has been foiled this year. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Well, I mean, there's not much that can be done. You just got to roll with the punches. And, you know, it's not like I'm afraid to go work. You know what I mean? So, you know, if I have to
just
go
keep
and
your
find
eyes open, because
job,
maybe some of the smaller commercial companies are not coming back. You never know. I mean, there could be more work for you. Yeah. You never know.
Right.
You know?
I mean, there's a possibility for that, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've changed perspective. Right. You know, you just never know where. You know, let's see what happens in September. See where you're at then, and then.
Right.
But it's good to have a plan in place, though. You know, you don't want to go into it blind.
Right.
Without at least a couple options. Right. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. I have one building that I've been doing for several years. It's only twice a year, and I sent him an email, and then he didn't respond, and then I waited a couple days, and then I called him, and I left a voicemail, and then he did finally call me back, and he said, "Look, I've spoke to, the building owners and upper management, and they want to hold off for a couple months just because we're watching every penny." Mm-hmm. That's the first time, at least commercially in an office building, I'm like, no problem. You know, I understand 100%. I just want to stay in touch and let you know we're still here if you need anything.
Right.
And but you know, that one kind of gives you a little knife in the side.
Yeah, that's really all I've been doing. Is just kind of reaching out to people. That's the way Wendy's was like, yeah, come, and she's like, well, let me ask about the other restaurants. You know, we might just have you start doing the outsides again until, you know, things start to, you know, open up a little bit more. And I was like, you know, whatever works. You know what I mean? One of my quarterly accounts I do that I got held up on this spring because of all this, they called me and they want me to come in. I'm doing that 2 Mondays from now, not next Monday, but the Monday after. So, you know, that's good. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it would be nice if all this was happening and fucking I was doing my routine work. You know what I mean? The work I do to cover my monthly, you know, expenses. You know what I mean? And then all this extra money on top. You know what I mean? Be really, really nice. But that's not what's happening. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. I think I think initially everyone was like, oh man, I want to work. This sucks. And I don't think a lot of people realize that the hard part we haven't even gotten to yet. You know what I mean? So that's just my personal opinion. I mean, it's real nice right now. We're all working, but once the weather starts to turn and shit like that, and shit starts to get cold and we start to slow down again, you're not going to be missing that money that you didn't get to make that for like 2 or 3 months there. You know what I mean? And then it's going to start to sink in. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. So
yeah, losing April. I mean, I didn't lose the whole thing, but losing, you know, April's a huge month for me. I mean, that's like That gets me out of the hole that I dug myself in.
Right.
By March, I'm like, oh, I'll make a little money, just pay some bills. And then April's like, all right, good, I'm caught up. I lost that month. So now I'm trying, I'm just back to where I should be, but I'm 6 weeks behind. And then you don't know how an election season's going to go. I feel like work.
I know how the election's going to go. I know how the election's going to go. Trump's going to win.
No, I mean that, but I'm like, I've found, at least in my area, it's every 4 years. It doesn't matter who gets elected. Nothing matters. There's a 3-week period between October and the election where nobody does shit. Everyone's like, oh, what are we going to do? And the second, it doesn't matter who gets elected. The next day, they're spending money again. It's just weird. At least
I think that things in this country are going to be fucked up until November. They're going to go back and forth between COVID and the looters and rioters and the protests. This shit is not going to end before election. You understand? Certain people want to ride this fucking wave. So as soon as they're done with, the looters in the streets and they go clean up Seattle and all that shit, that'll dissipate, and then we're just going to talk about COVID again, and then we'll think of some other fucking turmoil to fucking throw in the American people's face. And I'm just seeing so many people frustrated getting done with this fucking shit. I mean, I don't think I would ever meet anybody doing business, meaning anybody in a place I'm doing business with, that says what's going on is fucking, this is good shit. It's about fucking time. Bullshit, man. These fucking people need to be stopped.
What people?
What people? People laying down in the streets. People burning down fucking Wendy's. People fucking defacing shit.
Stop
people
shooting black people, motherfucker.
Fuck. I agree with that, but guess what? It ain't fucking doing nothing but destroying this fucking country. They're fucking destroying it.
Gotta stop fucking killing black people, dude. It's gotta, something's gotta happen. You know what I mean? You can't keep fucking killing black folks, man. You can't keep doing it.
Yeah,
and if they're clearly the only way to get all you stupid white fucks to listen is if you start burning Wendy's and Targets and shit. At least that seems to be the case. Is nobody gives a fuck until Wendy's and Target starts burning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how the fuck are you supposed to eat and buy shitty stuff?
Right. How am I supposed to get double McCheeseburgers and fucking towels without fucking Wendy's and fucking Target? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nothing longer a white person.
Hey, whoever just gave us a thumbs down, fuck you in your ass, you stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry ass fucking cocksucking motherfuckers get on here just to thumbs us down. Why don't you go get a fucking life, you fucking loser piece of shit? Guess what? We've been doing this shit for fucking 2 years. We're not going anywhere. Suck a dick. Why don't you go make a fucking fart sprayer, whatever the fuck that thing is. Fucking lame ass motherfuckers, man. Fucking lame cocksuckers, man.
His mosquito spray?
Yeah, I got a mosquito sprayer. Fucking lame motherfuckers.
Mosquito sprayer. Yeah.
That fucking lame ass fucking cocksucker.
And you know what the nice thing about it is? When you're done killing whatever the fuck you think that pesticide is going to kill, you can paint the walls with that motherfucker, because it looks to me like a fucking converted airless paint sprayer.
Right.
You know that motherfucker ain't made to handle nothing.
And the two guys that just gave us a thumbs down, they probably got theirs fucking pre-ordered. That and a fucking jar of fucking Perry's ass scent fucking piece of shit motherfuckers.
I think one of them is a fucking limey.
Yeah.
That gave the thumbs down, and the other one is that fucking half-wit that's been thrown out of every country he's done business in.
Dude's a fucking
dude.
piece
I'll tell you what
shit.
though. On another note,
Lee Burbridge likes to fucking give guys blowjobs. On another note,
he can sit on a milk crate. He doesn't need to get on his knees. He can sit on a milk crate.
That dude's a fucking piece of shit.
But
He gets pubic hairs caught in between that gap, son.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, get a fucking life.
Well, on another note, I got my Zero silencer. Put it to work on Monday, and I gotta tell you something, dude. That motherfucker is next level. It is, like anything else, it takes getting used to because it's configured differently.
Mm-hmm.
I should have brought it in, but it's in my truck. I'll bring it up next podcast. But it's got 3 slots. Middle slot is for the mop, and then the 2 outer slots are for squeegees. So, like, I'm used to putting my mop way on the outside, and as soon as I put the squeegee in the middle slot, I'm like, I know that motherfucker's going to be stabbing me in the side here, but it wasn't. I mean, and the thing, it just fucking sweet.
They're nice.
It really is.
They're nice. They're nice.
Yeah, they got that thing dialed in. I can't see any improvements.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice. I got a bunch of black diamond rubber in the mail. I mean, I know black diamond rubber sucks out loud, but I got some black diamond. I got a bunch of black diamond rubber and a bunch of handy sleeves and fucking T-bars and all kinds of cool shit in the mail this week. I was super fucking happy about that. Fuck yeah.
I got my second X-Jet and my grosser rubber.
Oh yeah?
I think my brother called like yesterday and it showed up today. So
yeah, Perry Tate's selling COVID sprayers now. Misters.
Yeah.
Fucking piece of shit.
It was weird going to Myrtle Beach though, man. It's like nothing happened there.
Really?
It's like dude, I've never seen anything like it. Not a mask to be found. Everything's open. My dad takes me to this bar. It's an outdoor bar. There had to be 300 people there. It was 3 people deep. I'm like, yo, can we leave? Like, there's too many motherfuckers.
Yeah.
This place. Like,
you're kind of not used to that, yeah.
Oh man, and I was like, this is like, I'm all for going for it, but this is like going way too hard.
Beyond.
Grocery store. Nobody gives a fuck in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Not shit. Everywhere I went, I got an Uber, and the guy wasn't wearing his mask, and I was just like. I'm gonna toss mine on. Like, I mean, I don't know you, dude. Like, I jumped in. It's just weird. Super strange. You get off the plane and just nobody gives a shit.
Is there any other way to hang the silencer on your belt? Clips, like, what do you mean?
No, that's been tried before with detachable clips and stuff.
Yeah, guys are
as
a lot of
them,
a lot of dudes are super obsessed with it having to be able to swivel or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, I gotta tell you that for whatever reason, that the the silencer sits different because I think the back of it is wider than the traditional gunslinger or tip jar. Mm-hmm. So it molds when you pull the belt tight. It molds to your side, and when you move, it just follows you perfectly. Mm. It doesn't bounce around. Not bounce around, but it seems to follow your stride much better. Yeah. And as far as the on and off thing, I just take my whole belt off when I get in my truck.
Yeah.
I don't need to detach half my shit,
Yeah, it took me like 2 weeks to get used to not having a clip-on belt, and I was like, well, who gives a shit?
Right.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Right.
My leg's not wet.
Right. Right. People want everything to be like, come out of the box and do absolutely everything they want it to do. It's got to have this feature, this feature, this feature, this feature, this feature, this feature, this feature. How about just it doesn't get your fucking leg wet and it holds shit good? How about that? Can we just, we do that? You know what I mean? Like, let's overanalyze every fucking situation. Let's do that.
Isn't it your favorite?
No, man. It gets on my fucking nerves, actually.
Did you see that Mormon is making a soft bucket on a belt now?
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. Anything that's got to do with Mormon can fucking blow me like a saxophone.
Yeah. That guy fucking yelled at because I said it was the Fisher Price of window cleaning tools, and it is.
Oh, yeah, that fucking poles and blades, dude. Yeah, he fucking sent us like this super long email talking about how he's the best window cleaner in the world, and legitimately, he's the best window cleaner in the world. He wasn't. I mean, I think he was being serious. Like everyone is beneath him. There's not one person in America that can clean a window as good as he can. You know, all this fucking stupid ass fucking bullshit. I got news for you, dude. That fucking bendy clip fucking horse shit you fucking momos do to every fucking thing. You could do that shit with a regular squeegee if you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's be honest, dude. You don't have to fucking, you know, guys are trying to like, you know, I gotta have these plastic clips to clean a window right. No, you fucking don't, man. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
That's also being like, I'm the best window cleaner in the world. It's being like, I'm the best at Chinese checkers. Well, that's great, but nobody gives a fuck.
Would you ever meet somebody though that says they're like
I say it all the time. I say it all the time, but that's being facetious. I'm being, it's, you know what I mean? I don't fucking write like 2-page fucking emails about how I'm the greatest window cleaner ever, and how if we would just follow his instructions, we'd be just as good as he. Shut the fuck up, stupid. If we followed your instructions, we'd be getting fucked in the ass by a Mormon and not getting paid. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, generally people that say they're the best at something, when you get to know them or see what they actually do, are just fucking full of shit. You know, I mean, they are just fucking full of shit.
Yeah, most people are. So, do you have any tips on someone? The best way to buy a business. I got a phone call from Mike Nichols today, Big Squeegee. He was wanting to know about. He's getting ready to. He's like in talks with maybe purchasing another window cleaning company, and the guy offered him like a lump sum. You know what I mean? And then he offered him like like a figure every month. And what would you suggest?
Mike wants to buy this business.
Yes, he wants to buy his business, this guy's window cleaning, I guess, route from him.
Okay. I assume that it's probably a commercial route?
Commercial route and some residential work, too.
Okay. I don't know much about the residential, because that's a private relationship between...
Let's say the guy wants like fucking... $1,200 a month. Let's say that, you know what I mean. He wanted like
on a note.
Yeah, he wanted like 20 grand or something. You know what I mean. I'm just throwing out numbers.
I'm
not giving his specifics, but I'm just throwing out numbers. He wanted like 20. He wanted $20,000 for the thing, and Mike was like, I can't do that, because there's a lot going on, whatever. And then the guy was like, well, how about, say $1,200 a month? I don't know. I'm not like, again, these aren't the specifics, but.
Well, I've been through multiple buys and sells, and I've been through some bad ones, but majority of them have been good. So I can offer some advice. Number one, I don't know how it is in his area, but here, work generally sells at 12 times the monthly revenue, 10 to 12 times. Okay, a good price would be 10 times the monthly revenue, 12 times meaning a year's worth. So if it's $100 a month, you're gonna buy it for fucking $1,200 basically.
Right.
Every account that pays $100 costs you between $1,000 and $1,200 to buy.
Right.
What I've always done is have a 90-day escrow. So let's just say hypothetically, Mike's gonna give them. Let's just say the deal's 20 grand. Mike's going to give him 10 grand down and finance 10 grand over the next 5 years with interest, right? So Mike puts 5 grand. Mike puts the 10 grand down, but 5 of it goes into escrow, okay, for 90 days, meaning that guy don't get that money, obviously for 90 days because he's securing the work, the revenue, because in 90 days he'll know that those accounts are legitimate, right? That he didn't go out and fluff up the numbers by picking up a bunch of bullshit to make the numbers higher. So, and we always have an agreement. Let's say, TJ, that you buy a business from me and an account that pays $100 a month says, you know what? I really don't need the service. Mark had been around for 10 years and, I just didn't have the heart to fire him, but I don't really want you.
Right.
So I have to eat that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you go in and piss someone off and say, well, I'm not doing it for this price or I'm only going to do it once a month, they say, fuck you, then you still pay for that account, right? So all that comes out of the escrow, so you've got a cushion. At the end of 90 days, he gets either the 5 grand or whatever's left of it after the negotiated. Now, as far as a note goes, that all has to be done in a contract. And I would honestly be happy to send Mike, if he private messaged me his email and he's interested in it. Dude, I have a contract that cost me a lot of money from when I bought the last business that I did. that he can have, and he could change the verbiage in it that protects him and it protects the seller. Okay. And he's welcome to it, you know.
I told him that you would have a lot better insight, because when I took over the business, I bought. I mean, that was like a family deal. I mean, we were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was a little different. You know, I mean, we're not technically family, but I mean, I was his brother's my best friend. He's really good friends with my cousin. I mean, he comes over on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean, and has pie and shit. You know what I mean? So it's a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's really difficult for me to tell Mike, you know, this or that. I can only share my experience. So I think that's what you want to do, is protect yourself and protect him at the same time. But like I told him, you know, it's really difficult buying a business like that, because like you said, in that transition period, you could lose some customers that way. I mean, I lost some customers myself. I actually lost all my Wendy's when I took that over, and it was only like a year later I was able to get them back, you know what I mean, because they weren't sure about me and, you know, how the business was going to run. And then they went and hired another window cleaning company, and they realized that you know, I'm the shit compared to the my competition.
They realize you're the shit,
here.
but truthfully, T, most customers, okay, they don't want to get involved in the drama of you sold it to him. They go, you know what? I don't want any of you anymore.
Right.
I'm just gonna go hire my own guy. And you're going, now, Mike needs to keep in mind, okay, not that the business is devalued, but buying a business right now, coming out of COVID, theoretically, right, and with what the fuck is going on here in the economy. Okay, any excuse a customer has to save a buck,
they're going to use it.
You're going to be on the backside of that eight ball right now.
Fuck yeah. I mean, you got to think I've
doing any type of transaction.
Truthfully, I wouldn't have a 90-day escrow guarantee. I'd have probably a 6-month guarantee on that work, because it's going to drop. Dude, I bought that business from Matthew's dad. Okay, you know Matthew, and I'm not kidding you when I tell you 5% I walked away from, because you had to walk in to like a 7-Eleven, find this particular guy and say, hey, I'm here to clean the windows, and he would either say yes or no.
Right.
That's not a saleable account to me, not where I come from. Right. So I'm like, I don't go ask permission to do what I do for a living. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then some jobs were so underpriced that probably he had multiple locations, let's say 5 of this one pizza restaurant. Now there's only 1 left, but he's still doing it for the same price when he had 5, meaning you should get 30 of cleaning, but you're getting 20 because you have 5. Okay, and there's 1 left. You're still doing it for 20. It's not worth my time. There was shit like that I walked away that I had to eat. But then there was shit that was like, we'd show up and they go, well, we canceled him 3 months ago. I don't know why you're here. So there's that. And again, any excuse, Mike, you need to watch out. Mike should give me a call. I'd be happy to. Like I said, he can have my contract. He can change the verbiage. You know, it's very professional, meaning it's not going to scare the seller away, but he needs to protect himself because, you know, with a note, let's say he gives them just hypothetically 10 grand or 5 grand up front, and then he's going to give them $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month is a hefty note to pay on. You know, I don't know. It could be a nice big business. I don't know. I know the deal I did, and I can share it because it's about done and over. Thank God. My deal was $275,000 deal, and it cost me almost $4,000 a month in a note. Okay, that's hard to swallow when now you have 2 more on the payroll. You got to put everybody in shirts. You got to get everybody equipment. You got to give everybody, you know, fuel cards. And then you look at it and go, holy fuck, there's nothing left.
And like we discussed before in the podcast with Mario 2 weeks ago, it's really difficult to stay motivated when you know that fucking 90% of everything that you're getting ready to go do, you're not going to see any of it. You know what I mean? It's really, that's a really tough fucking pill to swallow, man. That was really difficult for me because, like, when I took over my business, I was like, well, the Wendy's contracts will pay for the business, and then everything else I do will be mine. And then fucking I sign the paperwork, and they're like, well, we're not going to use you anymore. And I'm like, fuck! You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know, it's also...
Yeah.
It's also important, especially commercially, that let's just say they're gonna make this deal and close in 60 days. Let's just say hypothetically, Mike needs to find the time to physically work with this dude, okay, and start to get his face known by the customer. And then it always helps when the owner says, right before the deal goes down, by the way, I'm getting ready to retire, or I'm going into another line of work. This is my Uncle Mike here, like it's family, okay? He's going to continue my services. It's going to be the same price. You'll have a new address to mail your check to, or to a new man to pay. But he's the man.
What we did was when I took over, we drafted a letter, and then every invoice that got handed out that last month had a cover letter with it explaining the situation. You know what I mean? Like, this is Terry. He's been our employee for 10 years. You know what I mean? He's the guy that's always cleaning your windows, and we're selling him the business. Now he will also he'll continue to clean the windows, but he'll also be paying him, directly instead of us. You know what I mean? Da 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 da. Thank you. Doody do, and you know what I mean. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So and that's also a nice sale there, just because they already know you. You already know the route. You already know what's worth it, what's not. That's a nice situation to be in, or a better one.
Well, and another important thing is that, to me, from what I've learned from this, the value of the business, let's just say between the 10 and the 12 to the dollar, is based on how long it's been established. You know what I'm saying? If I brought you into a customer that I've been cleaning for 15 years, TJ, you'll know right off the bat.
What do you got, a hot chick? You got a hot chick in your fucking bedroom? Whoa!
Yeah, it's my dancing girl. She's gonna get up on the table right now. but you know what? One of the reasons I bought that other business, because it's been established for 25 years.
Right.
I mean, realistically, they're not gonna fire. Now, that doesn't mean they're gonna keep me. Right, but he had a long-term relationship with them.
Right.
So that adds to the value.
Right.
Equipment and all that other stuff is basically worthless anyway. But
yeah, the transition. I mean, you got to be. If it was me, I'd be very adamant about the guy selling being in with me, like all in with me on getting making the transition smooth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Making those introductions. You know what I mean?
Yes. Absolutely. And Mike needs to also look at the account list, meaning this. Here's for instance, about a year ago, I had an opportunity where I do my Whole Foods on Monday mornings, the big Whole Foods. That's in an outlet mall. It's on the outskirts of an outlet mall. There's roughly 50 accounts inside the outlet mall. I don't have any of them because all the window cleaners went in there and beat each up over the head for price, okay?
Right.
But in an outlet mall, what do you have? You have Levi's, you have Gap, you have all the chain stores. They're all corporate structured stores. There's very little mom and pop stores. So one of the guys that had about 35, he had like 30 accounts in there, and it was roughly $700 or $800 a month in revenue. He came to me, he said, "You want to buy the mall from me? I want to get out of here. I'll sell it to you for $7,000 for the work list. I'll introduce you to the customers, but I'm not taking a note. One-time payment, $7,000, and it's yours," right? Which I probably could have negotiated to $6,000. Yeah. Okay. Here's the point. I thought when I walked through and looked at the accounts again, do I want to deal with Levi's and get a signature every time I do the job? Deal with managers and co-managers, and then wait for the corporate Levi's, because you're not going to get paid out of the store, to email, to send me a check. Right. You know what I'm saying? I just don't have that luck dealing with corporate stores, the big national chains.
Here's a scumbag way to look at it, too. Clearly, this dude doesn't want to do this anymore. Fucking.
Yep.
If he sells to someone else, which, I don't know how viable an option that is, let him fucking stop doing it, and then whatever clients that he's got that you want, just go take them from him.
yeah.
I'm just saying he's not going to be cleaning the windows no more.
That's true, but that goes back into what I said about when the other guy goes back in and said, "By the way, he took this job from me." They're not going to want to be involved in that drama. Right. They're going to be like, "Both of you get the fuck out of here." And I understand that, you know.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if he goes out of business, those people are going to be looking for a window cleaner. Mike can pick and choose at that point.
But that's true. But you know what I would do at this point, honestly? I would say, let's say the guy wants $5,000 down. I'd say, we're going to do some escrow. Let's do $2,500 down, $1,000 in escrow. Okay, I'll give you the $1,500, but your note is going to come out of for the first year till we see how all this shit with the economy, COVID, the riots, and everything, and a name change in a window cleaning company, because you shouldn't assume their name, because any debt with that corporation could be latched onto you or any law. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You could always say to him, look, you know, the business generates, let's just say hypothetically, $3,000 a month. Okay, I'm going to give you $1,500 a month of those collections. So if it's not a viable account, neither one of us are getting paid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless the guy wants a screaming deal and wants to take all cash and walk away, which is a dangerous thing to do at this time, my opinion.
Yeah. Very, very suspect. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Speaking of rioters, them pussies ain't doing shit. All they do is fucking. They only do that shit in big cities, man. They don't do that shit. They don't do that shit where we live.
No.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have a...
They don't do that. You ain't got to worry about that shit where you're living at, Mark.
Me?
Yeah.
No, we've got... thank God, DeSantis, our mayor, brought in the National Guard immediately. If we had that drug addict, shit-faced fucking asshole Gillum that was just put into a rehab for shitting himself and playing around with male trans testicles or whatever the fuck they are, okay? We would, and he wanted to open up the borders and make it the sanctuary state. My shit would be burned the fuck right now.
Right.
Burn the fuck down.
Right. Yeah.
Burn the fuck down.
No, it wouldn't, because they would never make it out that far. They can only do that shit in the city. That's the only place they can do that shit. Because when you start going into neighborhoods and suburbs and shit like that, that's where you get shot.
You're right, but understand
that's where you get shot. I can tell you now that if that shit was going on, if you come in my front yard looking to fuck something up, I'm dropping you. It's simple as that. You're getting dropped.
Yeah.
Dropping your ass.
Did you have any protests in Sandusky?
Yeah, we had. They were peaceful though. There was no bullshit going on. There was no bullshit whatsoever going on. They stopped up traffic. You know what I mean? They walked down the main thoroughfares and all that shit, and that was cool. But there was no bullshit because bullshit don't fly around here. It don't fly around here. It's not gonna happen. You can only do that shit in the city where they abandon the city at night. Everyone that comes into the city leaves the city at night. So you could do a bunch of dumbass shit in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, exactly, and I think
how much of that shit do you think could be going on in New York? You know what I'm saying? Just New York, for instance. Yeah, just New York, for instance. Because at some point, when you start going around and doing what you're doing, people are eventually going to start policing themselves. Like, look at California and the LA riots. The gangs started taking over. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The only thing that was going on is what the fuck they were letting go on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember as a kid watching store owners sitting up on top of their roof picking motherfuckers off.
Right.
Like, I remember watching that on TV.
Right.
I must have been fucking 8 years old.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like flipping between like that. Waco, Texas shit had happened either earlier in the year. I can't remember. I just remember watching it and being like, holy shit. Didn't Waco happen in 92?
Atlanta PD ain't showing up to work tomorrow. I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. I think all police forces across the United States should fucking call in sick for like a month. Just call in sick.
We'll have nothing left.
What do you mean, dude? What do you mean? It'll be so much fun.
You know,
I fucking take a week.
It would be a month's worth of fun.
I'd take a couple weeks off of work and fucking just go around being the Punisher. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. At that point.
Hey, speaking of that, T.
There's a couple motherfuckers around here I'd like to hit.
Hey, you know
I got a question for you.
What?
I got a question for you, T. What would you think? You think we get into too much shit if I had you make my next company shirts that that said on the back of them, "Clean windows matter"?
No.
You think that'd be cool?
Yeah.
You might catch some shit wearing them.
Yeah, you might catch some shit wearing them.
No, I don't think you're gonna.
I'll make you whatever the fuck you want. Yeah. I'll make you shirts that say I don't like black people if you want me to. I mean, whatever you want, Mark.
Don't do that.
Well, that's essentially what that shirt's saying. Just so you know.
Oh, okay then.
my dad and his buddies, they all got shirts a couple years ago that say "Black Bikes Matter," and
no good, huh?
No, man. Every time my dad or one of those dudes wear that shit, they get a bunch of shit for it, and they're like, "I don't get it." I'm just like, man, listen, you gotta expect that shit. Just like all this shit that's going on in the cities and shit, you gotta expect it, man. I mean, I really don't agree with what the fuck they're doing at all as far as burning and fucking shit up. But, man, what do you expect, dude? What do you expect, man? You got a bunch of fuck... And it's not anybody with any sense.
You got disenfranchised youth.
Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking...
No, you can't buy a house, can't fucking get a job.
Bunch of
can't
fucking
go to school
idiot millennials.
Spend $60,000 a year.
Yeah.
Can't fucking do this, do that, and then you want them to be like, play ball.
Right.
That's not how it fucking works.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't fucking do that shit to people for that long a time and not expect some blowback.
Right.
Some blowback. You know what I mean? I'm not here saying defund the police. If anything, give them more money so that they can fucking train them better.
I don't think the police should be militarized like they are, though. I don't think they should be shooting people with rubber bullets and shit.
No, they shouldn't be cracking motherfuckers. Like, you're a paid civil servant.
Right.
That doesn't mean you have autonomy.
Right.
You're not the judge. You're not the jury.
The whole rubber bullet thing, I've seen a lot of injuries recently from those rubber bullets. Like, I seen a chick get shot in her face with one of those fucking things, and that chick is scarred for life.
Yeah, that lights you up.
I mean, her whole fucking eyebrow was smoked. Like, it looked like a crack. In her, like,
you're supposed to bounce. They're supposed to shoot down and bounce it up. It's not supposed to be like direct contact.
Well, but still, think about it. Even if that's coming off the concrete and hits you in the fucking face.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First of all, you're not a good rioter. You should be wearing some kind of face protection. You know what I mean? If I'm going into like a spot where I know somebody might hit me with a skateboard or something like that, I'm gonna have a fucking football helmet on. Football helmet, mouth guard, 357 Magnum, so I ain't gotta fuck with my brass. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking peeling caps. You know what I'm saying? Clack clack. You know what I mean?
TJ's coming out dressed like fucking Albert Bell.
Yeah.
Out there, the Louisville Slugger.
Fuck yeah, bro.
The Indians helmet on.
Fuck yeah, bro. Get out that fucking... Man, I'm telling you, man.
Albert Bell was my favorite baseball player I ever watched. You see that one? I watched one. He got Albert Bell.
Oh, yeah. He was a Cleveland fucking hero for a while.
Yeah. Dude, I remember one where he got hit by a pitch.
Ain't no cork in this bat.
Yeah. He got hit with a pitch, was so mad because the bases were loaded.
Yeah.
Then he said, no, throw the ball. Like, I'm not walking to first base. He's like, no, I want to keep my bat going. It was pretty funny. That dude was amazing.
Mario has got all the deep cuts. He's like your dad say, in the bathroom, nobody can use martial arts. Don't go in the bathroom. Yeah. God damn, Mario. Fuck. My dad's saying is
fucking hilarious.
My dad's saying is that shit. Like some dudes like, man, I know karate. My dad's like, that shit don't work in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like shit. You don't go in there to go. Don't talk any shit in a bar and then go to use the bathroom. Because you're most likely, especially to me, because while your dick's in your hand, I'm going to fucking hit you. I don't give a fuck. I ain't taking no fucking L's. Everybody says that that's not honorable. The first thing my dad told me was this: there ain't no rules in fighting. You know what I mean? Nope. Don't write no checks. Your ass can't cash. That was my fucking uncle's advice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So...
Fuck it.
Yeah. Don't get beat up, motherfucker.
15-year-old kid beat me up when I was 12. Whooped my ass in front of my yard, in front of my dad. And my dad's like, "You're gonna take that?" And I fucking hid in that kid's bushes till he got home at like 9 o'clock at night and fucking ambushed him. I take the shit out of that kid.
Well,
can't take that.
TJ, how do you get those tunes on your video without a copyright strike? It's not a copyright strike. It's a copyright claim. So essentially what happens is is I'm not like Steve-O and Luke and Jordy and all these other guys that are trying to profit from their YouTube channel. I'm just making videos because I enjoy making videos and I like to show you guys what I'm doing. And I like music, and I don't care if I profit from any of my YouTube videos. So when that video can never be monetized, you know what I mean? Like 98% of my videos cannot be monetized because I have music and shit. You know what I mean? Like copywritten music in my shit, but. Yeah. What happens is I upload it and YouTube notifies me like, hey, there's a copyright claim on this video. This video cannot be monetized, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, maybe that's a detriment to my YouTube channel. Maybe that's why I don't have 10,000 subscribers. I don't know, but like I said, this is just a hobby for me. I could give this... the only reason why I still make YouTube videos and do this podcast is because of Jason Lehman and fucking, like Mike and, like Mario, like people that listen. That's it. I do it for you guys. I could totally be watching TV right now and not... I'd be okay with it, I'm just, you know what I mean? I do, like the fucking, the Patreon shit, it covers some of the expenses, but you're
not profiting off
yeah. I wish I was. It would be cool. It's close. But everything takes care of itself. I can... Like the 4th of July Patreon shirts are gonna be fucking super cool. They're gonna have like a fucking like a 1776 kind of feel to them and shit. They're gonna
dope.
They're gonna be cool. They're gonna be cool. Is
it mandatory to cut the sleeves off those?
If you want to
let them fireworks fly, brother.
If you want to, we're not going to put anything on the sleeve on this one. It's going to be really basic and to the point, but it's going to be legit. It's going to be a strong shirt. Everyone that's a Patreon member now gets one. I think the last guy to sign up was Chris Salazar there. I think he was the last guy to sign up and become a Patreon member, so he'll be the only one that gets one. Yeah, but I just I dig tunes, man. I'm an audiophile. I like all music. Rap, rock, fucking heavy metal, fucking classic rock, country music. I like it all. I'm a huge Frank Sinatra fan. You probably never get that if you listen to any of my fucking or watch any of my videos, but I'm a huge Frank Sinatra fan. But they will never let me upload. YouTube won't allow me to upload that last video, I would have loved to have put Summer Wind in the beginning of that instead of Amber. That would have been Frank Sinatra Summer Wind. That would have been perfect for that video. But YouTube won't allow that. I can't upload no Frank and no Led Zeppelin, which are two of my favorites. So, every time I upload a video with Led Zeppelin, it gets yanked off of YouTube. Same with Frank Sinatra, they yank it. But everyone else, it just depends on the artist. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think certain artists probably have people looking for that.
Yeah, certain artists, they just go into it and they, you're automatically fucking flagged. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom. Like, I'm a huge fucking Action Bronson fan. Like, I love Action Bronson. Do you know who Action Bronson is, Seth?
Yeah, I love Action Bronson.
Action Bronson is
rapper.
Yeah, he's my favorite rapper right now. That's my fucking dude. Him and Prof are my fucking dudes. But Action Bronson, I can't even get his shit to load into my iMovie program. Like, physically own all of his music, every album, every track. But his are the only albums that will not upload into iMovie. You know what I mean? He won't allow that shit. Yeah. He won't allow it. There's a lot of them that just won't allow it. You know what I mean?
Is Prophet the dude who produces Action?
Or does not Prophet, Prof. Prof. Okay. Yeah. Look him up.
I've been listening to
I've used one. Who?
Denzel Curry. He's kind of like this fucking wrestler type fucking underground rapper. Mm-hmm. He's actually fucking pretty entertaining. I like a lot of his shit too.
I don't know. I'm all over the place when it comes to music. I'm all over the place. There's not very much that I don't like. You know what I mean? I'm I grew up with music around all the time and always playing. So you know what I mean. I like everything. So.
What about you, Mark? Are you into? I mean, I obviously know that you're a Skinner fan, but are you like just country and rock, or what are you into?
I like classic rock. I don't like modern country. It's just fucking too boy band sounding to me. So I like. There's a lot of underground country artists that I listen to.
Underground country artists. Woo!
Yeah, none of that national shit they play on the regular radio. That's fucking. Sugarland and fucking.
I know the bands you're talking about.
Yeah, like Florida Georgia Line. The only Florida Georgia Line band is Skinner. Okay, that's a bunch of shit. But I like all kinds of classic rock. I'm not a huge Led Zeppelin fan. I don't really like the Who. But I mean, I can enjoy Clapton, Peter Frampton.
That's
any of that stuff that everybody likes. Yeah.
I think the only classic rock band I can't stand is The Doors. I think that's the only one. I don't know why.
I don't know how anybody likes that. It's fucking annoying. That organ. They bust out the organ and start playing fucking the organ in that music.
Yeah. I just
That's
thought
just not for me.
Fucking overrated. That's all.
I like how
like Doors. Get after it. But.
I like how Henry Drees doesn't like music. Like, I don't like music. Music's for fucking losers.
How do you not like music? That's like being like, oh, I don't like cheeseburger.
Yeah.
The fuck are you?
Yeah.
like any music?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? I don't.
That's the hard.
Drive around.
I've never met anybody that doesn't like any kind of music. But honestly, TJ, since you got me into podcasts, I listen to obviously Joey Diaz, a lot of Joe Rogan. I listen to Phil Hendry podcasts. I listen to a lot of different podcasts now when I'm working.
My favorite shit to listen to is fucking This Past Weekend, man. I love This Past Weekend. It's fucking great, dude. It's so fucking good. Great. Theo Von is my fucking spirit animal, man. Dude,
the King and the Sting is like when
King
they
and the Sting is good too. Yeah. I tried to get like people to do videos, to send us videos in so we could rip their drip, but nobody would fucking fall for it. Remember that, Mark?
Oh, yeah.
We were going to have people send videos in, and then we were going to, like, rip their drip, but nobody fucking sent a video in.
Dude, I saw...
That shit would have been great. The only person's drip we've ever ripped is fucking Joseph Henry Hardy's. And that motherfucker, he canceled his subscription to Patreon and everything because of you, Mark, you fucker. Yeah.
Because of me?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, you're a
He
dirty
didn't tell him
motherfucker.
because of me. I still watch his videos every day.
Yeah, just
I might be looking for material.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yo, anyone watch that show, F is for Family?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, dude. So you guys seen the new
week,
season?
Do you listen to Bill Burr's podcast, Mark?
No, but I listen. Well,
you need to start, man.
Saturday I was working. I listened to Joe Rogan with Bill Burr on, and I go, "That's the guy from F is for Family."
Yes.
That guy is fucking hilarious.
That dude,
he's hilarious.
He's got three.
Watch Paper Tiger. Paper Tiger you'll love Paper Tiger.
He's got like three or four comedy specials on Netflix right now too, Mark, and they're fucking brilliant. They're brilliant. If I told you. When you started listening to podcasts, I was like, listen, man, you got to fucking listen to Joey Diaz and Bill Burr. I was like, the Church of What's Happening Now and the Money podcast. I told you. Because they're the same exact dude. They're just different they're different generations of dudes. You know what I mean? They're fucking great, man. Great dudes.
Joey Diaz is more like, and same with Bill Burr, it's like a podcast. Like Joey Diaz kind of drifts after like 20 minutes and they'll like stop, but that 20 minutes is like fucking gold.
Yeah, right.
Like he's good. Like when he's on, he's on.
Bill Burr is just like Joey Diaz, but neurotic.
Really?
Like he will fucking
What's the name of his podcast?
What's
the name of his podcast?
The Monday Morning Podcast.
Okay.
And it's been going for like 4 years, so there's plenty to listen to.
He's every guy in Boston in their mid-40s. He's like that's. If you go to a bar, you hear a guy and like, oh, Bill Burr. Like, it's just some angry, neurotic, fucking bald redhead just fucking yelling.
So how are things going in Connecticut right now?
I don't know. I love Massachusetts. How's Michigan treating you?
This is the worst podcast we've ever done.
Yeah, we did it. Connecticut and worst podcast.
I was going to put that on the new Patreon shirt, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to use that later on.
Hashtag Connecticut. Hashtag Mark Short. Hashtag worst podcast
well, I'll
ever.
give you guys. I'll give you guys a. I'm not going to tell you guys what it's going to look like, but all of you Patreon members are going to be part of the Squeegee Life Militia.
Nice.
It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. It's going to be a dope, like, Minuteman theme. It's going to be gangster. And that's, like, it's inspired by Jason Lehman. Jason Lehman is, like, fucking super patriotic and all that shit. And he wanted to do something patriotic. So I was like, I want to do something patriotic, too. But I wanted, like, a different twist on it. I want to do American flags and, all that fucking shit. I just want to do something that's like, you can look at it and be like, oh man, that's a patriot there. That's what I want to do. Not a Patriot fan, because Seth isn't anymore. But
oh no, I'll always do
no,
that.
you won't.
I'm not a Tom Brady fan.
I'm not a Tom Brady fan. Whatever. What a bunch of lame fucking cocksuckers, man.
Well, would you stay like a fan of somebody if they went to another team?
Yeah, LeBron James. Yeah.
You're a fan of LeBron James?
I still like LeBron James. Yeah.
Man,
I like LeBron James as an athlete. Like, he's a magnificent basketball player.
I also think
he's a
magnificent. If he's not talking, he's a good guy,
and he's a magnificent fucking contributor to his community. He's but he does he opens his mouth and says stupid fucking shit sometimes. And I feel like his stance on everything that's going on right now is legitimate. But he starts to get a little white hate here and there, you know what I mean? Kind of down the front of his nose about shit, but it's like, dude, you can't really be too much of, you're kind of a hypocrite a little bit, because you've got fucking little Chinese kids sewing your fucking tennis shoes for like 50 cents a month. Fuck out of here, bro. Shut the fuck up,
But he is
man.
one of those guys, though, like, he's been married since he was like 19. You never hear about him fucking up, doing anything stupid.
Nope.
He seems to be like a really good dad and cheerlead his kids.
Yeah.
I personally can't stand him as a whiny baby basketball player. Like, I'm taking my talents to Miami. Like, when he did that, I was like, you're annoying. Like, I just don't like you anymore.
I mean, trust me. We were all upset about that. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The dude fucking pisses me off. Don't get me wrong. But as an athlete, he's an amazing athlete.
Well, yeah, and he brought a championship back to Cleveland.
Yep. And I can't never, ever, shit on him because of that. Because he brought a championship to Cleveland. And, not really. I mean, he did kind of, but Kyrie won that series for you. So let's be honest.
Yeah, LeBron got you there. Kyrie hit some big shots.
Yeah, Kyrie won them basketball games. At the very end there, LeBron had us that record, but Kyrie won us that series.
Yeah, he did. You needed LeBron to get there, but you needed Kyrie to seal it.
Right. And
that
fucking shot, that 3-point shot he's fucking sunk was fucking clutch. That was clutch. Dude, daggers, son. Dagger. That video every now and then, the finals video where we went live during the finals, and we all shit bricks over here. If Jennifer wouldn't have talked me down, I was going to take my fucking AR-15 outside and just empty 30 rounds straight into the sky. I was that stoked. Or shot him into the ground, something. But I wanted to shoot something, you know what I mean? But she wouldn't let me. It's a big fucking deal, man. It's a big fucking deal. I watched speaking of crazy fucking documentaries and movies and shit like that, I watched a movie called And the Band Played On on HBO.
I don't think I've seen that.
Joey Diaz recommended it. It's about the AIDS epidemic and all that shit and how it started and like all this dude, it's like 2.5 hours long, but it's really fucking good, man. It was really fucking good. It kind of like a true account of how it all started. Like, did you know like one dude is like the cause of all of it? Like, one guy got it and was just like fucking like slinging dick out of both pant legs and got like every gay dude over here in America fucking sick. Essentially, that's what happened. I mean,
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's really, really fucking crazy, man. It's really crazy how that happened. Super crazy.
You heard all wild stories when you were young, like
who's Gallo?
Just like crazy.
Who's Gallo? Is that someone that's been in the news recently? Gallo? Is that one of our like leading medical guys during this COVID thing? Gallo, Gallo.
Doesn't ring a bell.
No.
I haven't, to be honest. I haven't been watching much news lately. I've just been trying. Like, it's overwhelming.
Yeah, I
just get pissed off, and I'm just like, fuck it.
I'm kind of like a fly on the wall on Facebook and social media. Like, I watch a lot of things, and sometimes it's hard for me to refrain from commenting, you know what I mean? Because people are so fucking ignorant.
It's the hardest part of it.
But what I have noticed is the word racist has been tossed around quite a bit now on social media.
It's got no more meaning anymore.
Yeah, it's like, if people will like, I don't have any, I do have one on my profile, a Confederate flag, but it's the gay pride flag with the stars and bars across it. So, you know what I mean? Because I felt like being an asshole. But, like people searching people's profiles, going through their pictures, looking for Confederate flags or anything like that, and like calling them a racist, and then screenshotting it and in these fucking groups and shit. I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ. Do you even know what a racist is? Do you know?
It doesn't have any, yeah.
Do you even know? And it's usually some stupid ass white girl.
Yeah.
It's always some stupid ass white girl or some fucking cuck. Some white dipshit cuck that likes to watch some guy bang his wife out. You know what I mean? Just some cuck. Yeah. Fucking douche bootlicking motherfuckers, man. I can't stand a bootlicking motherfucker, man. I'm not like fuck the police, but man, don't be a fucking bootlicker. Because clearly, like Mike said, we're like one traffic stop away from getting the fuck beat out of us. You know what I mean?
Change your whole perspective on police, dude. A lot of people are like, well, they're not bad. I'm like, until they fuck you up.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Like, you get one experience where it goes wrong.
I've had several experiences being a bald, tattooed dude. You know what I mean? I've been fucking drawn down on 2 occasions. Just for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Being in a bar parking lot, this big fucking fight happens, and I didn't know nothing about it. I get out of my truck, Jennifer's in the bar, I fucking come outside to grab, I think, a cell phone. Come out to grab a cell phone, and I'm fucking, like, being instructed to get on my knees with my hands behind my fucking head. You know what I mean? Fucking treated like a complete, like, fucking crook for no fucking, just boom. Dude stopped his car, threw it in fucking park, it was just like, instantly, asshole. You know what I mean? And, but again, you get what you give with them. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like I said, I've had several experiences where I was treated like fucking shit for no fucking reason. Just no reason at all. You know what I mean?
No, I have. Yeah, I have. I feel like most people at least have an experience or two that isn't fucking great.
I didn't watch it, Jason. I didn't watch the fights this weekend. You gotta admit, the best group you belong to, assholes are rushed worldwide. You got to admit. Maybe I do belong to it. I don't know. I don't know. I belong to a lot of shit. I'm not racist, but racism will always be here. It will never go. It will never go away. I said this the other day, man, and I've said something about this privately before. I think maybe to Seth and Mark. I don't know, but and maybe I said it on here. I have a hard time with the tearing down the monuments thing, like the flag and the Confederate flag and shit. It's like, I don't know. The people are like, well, they're the losers, and you don't see Germany flying like Nazi flags and shit. And yeah, but I mean, you're like equating one thing with the other, and they're completely, in my opinion, 2 different things. You know what I mean? Just because, there's a bunch of sister fucking rednecks out there that don't like black people and don't like Mexican people and don't like Chinese people and don't like Muslims and all that fucking shit, and they're like, Confederate flag, or that they like Confederate flags and fucking Nazi flags, and you know what I mean? You can't stick that symbol like everyone just because you're proud. My grandfather had a Confederate flag. He's got the license plate on the front of the barn right now. If you ever see my barn, it says Northern by choice, Southern by the grace of God, and it's got a rebel flag and an American flag crossed out. My grandfather wasn't racist.
No.
You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. You cannot erase history.
Yeah.
Right? No matter what had happened, good, bad, or indifferent. Doesn't mean you take down a statue, take down a monument, to destroy shit from our past and our history. It's not the right. I'm not.
Well, this is the thing. You can tear down all the monuments you want, but you can't tear down the monuments built in people's hearts. Mm-hmm. And if fucking people don't like people, if they don't like someone because of the colors, it's going to be really hard to change that. And all this fucking shit that they're doing is not changing anything. If anything, it's hardening those hearts.
No, it's making it worse.
It's making it fucking worse.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think it's such a tough and a touchy thing. Like,
dude,
I think if you have a Confederate flag, you should be able to fly that shit in your yard. And
we are fucking teetering, man.
Like,
yeah,
I think buildings, stuff like that. Yeah, it doesn't have a place there. But museums, your yard, your bike, you do what you want.
Right. I mean, dude, they're tearing down.
You can have whatever opinion you want to have.
They're tearing down the monuments. Yeah, they're tearing down monuments of Christopher Columbus and shit.
Yeah, they cut the head off the one here in Boston.
I mean, I don't really give a fuck because Christopher Columbus didn't. He was a piece of shit and he didn't discover shit. That motherfucker was lost, and Leif Erikson was here way before fucking he was.
There's shit in Maine and Canada where he has stuff from the 1100s?
Connecticut,
maybe
where you're
earlier?
from?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's stuff everywhere.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. If I knew the answer,
I got in a huge fucking fight with my cousin last year, or maybe 2 years ago, when Christopher Columbus is getting brought up for something. They were wanting to get rid of Columbus Day. And they wanted to change it to Indigenous People Day, which I'm all about because I've got indigenous blood. You know what I mean? I've got Native American blood in my family. That's not like everyone's like, oh, I got Indian in my. I'm like legitimately, like my grandparents traced their bloodline back to the scroll of names on the Trail of Tears, like the Cherokee Nation, like no bullshit. You know what I mean? Like it's in my family tree. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've got pictures of my grandma's. Great grandma, my grandma's grandma. Yeah, my grandma's grandma.
So your great grandma.
Oh, no, my great grandma. Oh, yeah, her name was America, and she was full blooded Indian. The pictures of it's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? That's why I don't have any hair on my body, I think. But I just I don't know what I'm getting at is I don't think any of this is solving anything, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I don't think burning down mom and pop fucking stores and shit like that is solving anything. You're hurting your community. You're not helping it. And all you're doing is making new enemies. That's the way I look at it. And most of these motherfuckers are fucking uppity fucking dipshits that ain't got nothing better to do because they're out of school right now.
Right. A bunch of thugs walking down the street with the 50-inch TV you just walked out of a fucking store with ain't solving nothing.
I think we are on a very delicate and deadly fucking balance right now. We are really, really close to civil unrest. And we've already got civil unrest, and they're like, oh, anybody listening, like, man, there's civil unrest going on right now. Yeah, but what I'm talking about is the kind where guys like Mark Tanner are out in their fucking front yard with a handgun getting ready to peel your fucking cap. That's what I'm talking about. We're really close to that. You know what I mean? We're really close to veterans and fucking old dudes and old women and fucking people. You know what I mean? Let's defund the police. Let's do this. Let's do that. And there's a comment going around or a topic on one of the local pages about defunding one of the police departments and all this shit and cutting back and having like a private force go handle civil calls and shit like that. You know what I mean? And scaling everything back. And I'm just like, if that's what you want to do, then everyone should be prepared for a lot of dead people.
Oh, yeah. That's going to take a lot of lives.
Because I can tell you right now, there's been at least one occasion since I've lived here where I've already pulled a gun on a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And if I wouldn't have known any better, I would have filled him full of buckshot. You know what I mean? Because I got my shotgun. Shut up, buckshot slug. You know what I'm saying? So you get 2 chances.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So you gotta be prepared for the repercussions of not having a police department. Because when you're out fucking writing them,
it's not even an option. Look what happened to these cities that have pulled the police back and allowed these people to do what they're doing. And you're going to tell me defunding or removing a police department? You think you got chaos now?
Yeah.
You ain't seen nothing.
Right.
You ain't seen nothing.
Of course.
You know, there was a thing going around, and a lot of it's propaganda bullshit. You know, Antifa was saying, we're done in the cities, we're coming out to the communities. Well, I got to tell you something. That is not going to end well for them. I live in a rural community, and everybody is armed that I know. Yeah, you know, or people
here
are
knows
going
how to
around
shoot.
messing with
Good luck
people
with
saying,
that.
you have an American flag flying in front of your house, and they leave a note on your... That's what's happening in my community. They drive by your house, you got an American flag, they leave a note on your mailbox saying, if you don't take that flag down, we're gonna burn your fucking house down. Oh yeah, okay.
All right.
But yeah, go ahead.
You know what I would do? You know what I would do? I would go out and get a bigger flag and then put up. I would put two. I would have a couple of flags in the front yard, and then another flag that said "fuck you."
Yeah, bring it on.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like the Gadsden, those remake Gadsden flags are flying that says "we're gonna take them."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got the hand crushing the snake. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Like there's the silent majority in this country, and it's not just white people. It's white people, black people, fucking. You know what I mean? Veterans of the armed forces. Fucking. I'm telling you, y'all motherfuckers are. You don't realize the kind of crazy, like the can of whoop ass you're about to fucking open. People don't realize that shit.
Yeah.
People don't realize that shit. I know
nobody's done anything for.
I know some really good motherfuckers out there that are just looking for a reason to fuck somebody up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're just like my father, for instance, and every one of his fucking buddies. They're all law-abiding citizens now, but you just give them like 24 hours, motherfuckers' heads are gonna roll. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've only had to pull a gun just one time on somebody. Yeah, I'm usually I like to put, you know, I mean, I don't mind putting bones in people's lips at all. That used to be like one of my favorite things to do. Punch somebody in the meh. Put somebody in the meh.
Fist fights and headbutts are some of my favorite things to do. I've never held a gun. I've been in plenty of fights, but I've never.
That's
never
my
had a
cousin
gun.
Brittany's go-to move. Shout out to Brittany. Brittany Childress, my beautiful cousin Brittany. That's her move. She's a girl, and she will headbutt you right in your fucking nose. That's the first thing she's gonna do.
I don't think anything hurts more than that.
Yeah, she likes it when she likes it. She's like, I like it when the bitches get in close and start talking shit. Cause the first thing she's like, the first thing I do is fucking drop my fucking forehead right on the bridge of their nose. She's like, usually they're done after that. And if they're not, she's like, her eyes are watering. She can't fucking breathe, and I'm fucking giving her these dish. Yeah. And my cousin Brittany probably whoop half y'all dudes' asses that are watching this right now. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that. My cousin Brittany's a real thug. A real thug, bruh. I don't know if they're using the race card as a... Dude, listen. Let's be honest, Whitey McWhitebread Bill Jordan. You undercover racist. Listen, man.
Fucking raisins in your potato salad.
Yo, listen, bro. I'm just keeping it real, man. There is definitely an issue with fucking cops killing black folks. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it happens disproportionately to whites or anything like that, but I'm just saying the circumstances... There are some really fucked up circumstances that happen, like dudes get shot in the fucking back, guys getting fucking their knee and their neck until they can't breathe, motherfuckers getting choked to death for selling single cigarettes. That shit's fucking fucked up.
There's a lot of shit that people either don't want to realize because they keep as history's there to be learned from. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was a town near Tulsa that was all black-owned, black things, and they sent the National Guard in and fucking blew it up.
Yeah.
Terrorized the neighborhood, destroyed it. And this is maybe not even 100 years ago.
So, what I'm saying is this, is that there are a bunch of opportunistic fucking scumbags out there that are looting and stealing shit and burning shit down. But I feel like the basic premise of all of this was started in a way to bring attention to what happened. It's just now turned into this fucking propaganda machine.
Into a free-for-all.
And a free-for-all. You know what I mean?
Well, it's anytime there's money behind anything now. I mean, CNN's going to get ratings showing protests.
Right.
Fox is going to get ratings showing more, highlighting the same riot that's happened 8 times when there were 7 peaceful protests after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Both sides are playing both cards.
Right. I mean,
not one side.
You got fucking pallets of bricks being fucking delivered. You got fucking police stacking fucking rocks next to the street and shit. Just watch YouTube, man. There's shit that people's catching and putting on YouTube. You guys wouldn't believe the fucking shit that's on YouTube. I mean, cops piling rocks next to the fucking road where they know there's going to be a protest. Piling rocks! Why the fuck would police be doing that? You know what I'm saying? There's clearly something else going on here, man. Civil unrest, I feel like they're in these democratic fucking cities is being allowed to happen to make Donald Trump look fucking bad.
Well, it doesn't make Donald Trump look. I mean, the Democratic.
That's what they're trying. That's what they're trying to. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make him look bad.
No.
But that's what they're going for.
Here's what they want. This is my opinion. In like Seattle, okay, they want Trump to react and send in the guard and fucking wipe this shit out because it'll look bad for him. That's why they're standing back going, we're not going to do anything about it. This is a love fest here, okay? They want him to fucking seal his fate in November. That's what they're trying to do, okay? But it looks like people are going to start taking this into their own hands.
Yeah.
Look at like no police
zones. No police zones. Then you got places like Iowa where every motherfucker and their uncle's out in the street with a fucking big ass fucking gun. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I said, that shit only works in certain spots. Yeah. I mean, it's only going to work in certain areas, and in those areas, it's only going to be able to maybe particulate maybe a quarter mile out of town, and then shit's going to get real, son. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
I have seen people protesting, though, and kids start fucking shit up, and they grab them and hand them over to the police. So they're like, listen, you're fucking this up for all of us.
Right. Right.
Oh, yeah.
So I think there's good people on both sides, and I think what's getting lost in a lot of this is people are getting hardened in their beliefs and getting stuck to being like, this person's a piece of shit.
We're being pushed into our neutral colors. I mean, well, neutral colors, but neutral corners by the color of our skin. That's what's happening right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel any certain kind of fucking way about anything. You know, I mean, I still move through life the way I always did, but, I mean, they're clearly, white people are not very popular right now. You know what I mean? So, we're walking around with a fucking target on our backs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
What does chocolate and coffee? They'll both kill your dog. That's fucking true, man. I got a buddy here in town. My buddy Chris has this beautiful fucking pit bull. I mean, pit bull mix, you know, beautiful dog, sweetheart of a dog. Got loose, dog at large, you know, running around. They fucking shot him. They shot that dog. They didn't try to catch it. Didn't call the dog warden. They just shot him. Just shot the fucking dog. Cops are fucking pussies, man. Sorry, Peter, but you know, I'm just saying there's the vast majority of you dudes those motherfuckers out there ain't got no.
You know, now that you said his name, I'd like to have him on there. I'd like to hear his opinion on a lot of this. Especially because he's up there in New York, isn't he?
Yeah, he's up there in New York, but he's not having a deal. There's not really there's not really a whole lot of that kind of shit going on up there.
Yeah.
Hey, when's Dan Aykroyd coming on? Yeah, never, probably. Jason Lehman comes on the Firelands podcast every week and asks when are we getting Dan Aykroyd?
He's still looking for Dan Aykroyd.
Just like, dude, I don't know. We're gonna try. Yeah, I don't
get the ghost of Harold Ramis on.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Part of me is like, you know, I'm a little upset, to be honest with you, that the Boogaloos happen all the way across the country. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping the Boogaloo would happen somewhere close to here. You know what I'm saying? We'll do some DC snipering. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could find me a fucking old LTD quicker than shit with a big old trunk.
Just unstrap the ladders, drive up, and hit the brakes.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. I had this fucking big ass aluminum plank on my fucking truck to roll a generator in and out of the back of my truck. My cousin Brandon's like, I'm gonna strap this to the ladder rack. Don't take the fucking strap off, dummy. So I take the fucking strap off the fucking truck to put the fucking tarp and shit on the Ranger to go to landfill the next morning. And I'm driving around fucking half the fucking day, and I fucking slam on the brakes, and that fucking big ass aluminum fucking ramp fucking slides off my I'm like, oh no. luckily it didn't come off and fuck my truck up, but man, bro, whoo, fucking yeah. I've lost a ladder. The hydro carts fell off the fucking back of the truck doing like 60 miles an hour, slid down the road.
Tailgate down. That's the worst, man.
Yeah, I did that about 2 months ago. I left the tailgate down. Bucket came out, 18, 22, fucking mop, everything, fucking smashed, nothing left. People were swerving to hit that shit, man.
Oh, Bill, listen, you ain't got to defend yourself. I'm just busting your balls, man. I'm just busting your balls, bro. I don't think that. I'm using you as an example and having fun at the same time. But them cops in Atlanta are arrested for doing their job.
Well, look, they haven't had a trial yet. We'll see where this goes. Yeah, we'll
see where it goes. I'm not privy to what happened. I'm not privy to what happened in Atlanta.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
I don't know
the
what's
last
going
thing
on.
I heard about Atlanta was when Killer Mike came on and talked to all the people protesting. It was actually a pretty good speech, too.
Yeah.
Like, encouraging them, like, to not fucking burn shit down. So.
I don't know, man. What happened in Atlanta, Mark? Who got shot in Atlanta?
So black guy was, I don't know his name, pulled into first of all, the guy is out on parole. They let him out of jail.
Because of COVID?
Because of the COVID. Okay. He goes to a Wendy's drive-thru, okay, and he falls asleep in the fucking drive-thru, right? So Wendy's calls the cops. Cop shows up, knocks on the window, finally gets his attention, opens the door and says, hey, man, you okay? You're sleeping in the drive-thru. You're stopping, customers from coming through. You need to move the car. So he was cooperative. Everything was cool. All right. They pull him over out of the way, and he gets out of the car, and he fails a sobriety test, okay? So this is just what I remember. So it's probably 90%. He failed the sobriety test. They determined that he's under the influence, DUI. Mm-hmm. They ask him to put his hands behind his back. As soon as the first cuff goes on one wrist, he fucking spins around and takes off fucking running. Okay? Two other cops or some shit pursued him. He pretty much got the better of them guys. Okay? Mm-hmm. Grabbed one of their taser guns out of their holster, took off running. Mm-hmm. Okay, the original cop that stopped him, doing the investigation, was catching up to him. He turned around and aimed the taser right in the cop's face. Okay, and the cop shot him. Well, he aimed the taser, missed or something, took off running, and the cop shot him. That's the gist of it, what I remember.
So why is he in trouble?
Well, they're saying because they shot him in the back. And people are saying you should never shoot someone in the back. Well, guess what? You beat up 2 enforcement officers already. You stole one of their weapons. You turned around, aimed and fired it in his face. Okay, and then he shot you. That's what happened. Because
police are fucking undertrained, Jason. They're undertrained, and most of them are fucking picked on in high school and pussies.
Well, look, you got to remember something else. I know 3 or 4, and I'm sure you do too.
Yep.
Personal friends that are cops. Mm-hmm. I knew them before they were cops, and I know them now that they're not cops.
I got 2 cousins that are police officers.
That fucking stress, the stress of that job
is not easy to deal with.
Exactly right.
But it takes the right kind of person, and with that said, that means that not the amount of dudes that are cops, there's a lot of dudes out there that should not be fucking cops.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a lot of fucking dudes out there that don't pass the fucking sniff test. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. They need to reform that, okay?
Like my cousin Alec. My cousin Alec is stationed over in Korea right now. God bless him. Military police officer. I don't know if he's going to go into law enforcement after he gets out of fucking, but that's the kind of dude right there that I could see being a police officer, because he doesn't have a fucking huge ego. He's a nice kid, but he's smart. He's well trained. And, you know, I mean, I really feel like that if you want to be a police officer, the first guy that should be a police officer is someone that holds a rank in the fucking service. That's just my opinion.
Well, over 20% of police officers are ex-military. That's a fact.
Right, but maybe the number should be higher.
Be higher, yeah.
I agree, but military, depending on what they've seen, too.
No, that's not. You know? Yeah, but that's really not even the case. I mean, because most veteran, the hand-to-hand combat, the training, but also being squatted up with dudes that are white, black, brown. It doesn't fucking matter. They're all brothers. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you're in the military, those guys are brothers. You know what I'm saying? Yep. It doesn't matter what color they are. They're brothers. Oh, yeah. Or brothers and sisters. So
they're family.
They're family, and they get that. And when they come out and they come over here, they're not going to judge a guy because he's black. They're just going to judge you because, you know, are you fucking up? You know what I mean? How should I treat this guy that's fucking up? You know what I'm saying?
I saw that when I went to my brother's Air Force base. I said to my wife, these people are more of his family than we are.
Right.
They really are.
Yeah.
I mean, they've spent over 4 years together, and these people are more family. But I agree there needs to be more training. I believe more military should become police officers, and they need to tighten up the training.
I feel like those guys that have got men and women that have gone into be in the service. Like I've got two cousins, my cousin my cousin Joshua and Ty. Him and his wife, that Joshua and his wife Ty are both United States Marines, or were. They're both public servant. One's a nurse and one's a firefighter. You know what I mean? It just kind of fits. Yep. You know what I mean? And they're good fucking people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You gotta. There are people that are cut out for it, and I feel like public servants should be held to a higher standard.
Oh, I agree. I think a police officer that's paid to uphold the law should be charged doubly if he doesn't.
Yeah.
For instance, an easy one would be if a cop is arresting drug dealers and then selling their drugs, they should get twice what that drug dealer
Or
got.
if you kneel on a guy's neck until he fucking dies, you should get life in prison.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole nother theory about that.
Well, I'd like to hear your conspiracy theory, but after my take on this, or what the conspiracy theory you've heard, but I was thinking about this today, and maybe it's just me being me and in my head and thinking, but I don't honestly think that I could have sat there with my phone and watched that dude beg for his life and not do something.
Yeah, I agree. Nobody did anything, dude.
You know what I'm saying? I honestly don't think that I could have stood there and just been like, stop doing that. I honestly don't know. I would have tried to make some kind of physical, altercation. What's the worst? I'm going to get assault on a police officer. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to look at it like this. With the mindset of that cop doing that, you might have been shot.
Maybe, but that guy might be alive.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? There was enough people there. You know what I'm saying? There was enough people there with their fucking phones out to make that a fucking situation where they can't shoot all of us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's fucked up, dude.
It's like this saying, it's easier to assault a person with 100 people watching than one person watching. Yeah. Because people lose that accountability where, like, someone should step in. When you're the only one there, you know what I mean? Right. I think that mentality kicks in,
right.
You know?
Right.
And I would like to think I would have done something. I'd like to.
Yeah, I was just sitting there thinking about it today. I was like, man, because I watched the video last night. It was the first time I've ever watched it. I watched the video last night, and it's just kind of rode with me all day while I was working. And no podcast. I was just kind of in my thoughts today, and I was just like, man, I do not think I could have sat there and watched that happen.
Yeah.
One or two things
would do that.
One or two things would have happened. I either would have done something that I shouldn't have fucking done, which is I'm very guilty of doing stupid shit all the fucking time. Or I would have walked away. There's no way I could have stood there and watched that.
For 8 fucking minutes.
No way.
8 fucking minutes.
No fucking way.
Dude, 8 minutes while that happened is a fucking lifetime.
Yeah.
See, here's what I don't know. Maybe someone else knows, they can post it. how did the altercation go from the dude leaning up against the wall with handcuffs to on the ground almost underneath the car? What happened that he was on the ground? You understand what I'm saying? Because the videos that I've seen, they show him being detained, right? Detained up against a wall. And then in the next video,
they walked him around
on
and
the
he fell.
fucking ground.
He walked him around and he fell, I think.
He also had, I mean, from what I've heard and what I've read, they had a previous relationship together at a bar.
They worked as security at a bar.
Words could have been said.
That dude's goose is cooked.
He's done.
That cop
all
is
those
fucking
cops'
done.
lives are over. No, all of them. They're all done.
Yeah.
They're all done.
Yeah.
They cannot be on. They will be taken out in the jail, or they'll be taken out in the street.
They're going to have to put them motherfuckers in like a secret booty hole, because if not, they're going to get fucking, their booty holes, they're going to get their teeth knocked out.
I'm honestly surprised the main dude hasn't killed himself.
They're going to be, they're going to be gumming.
He's on suicide watch.
They're going to be gumming cocks and everything. I mean, they're going to have no teeth, loose assholes. It's going to be bad, dude. It's going to be real bad. It's going to be real. We all know they're not going to get sent to a regular prison. That's not going to happen.
They can't send them there.
It's not going to happen.
They can't.
So, these guys are going to a fucking, you killed the black guy's fucking country club fucking jail. That's where these dudes are going. Let's be honest, man.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. These guys, this guy's going to get life in prison at a fucking full contact visit fucking prison. That's where he's going. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. And it's a fucking I just don't. Yeah, it's just like watching that shit. Just like
fucking disgusting.
I didn't get through the whole video. I think I watched like 4 minutes of it and I turned it off because it just
fucking disgusting, man.
Yeah,
I wanted to see the part. I wanted to see the whole thing because I've heard a lot of rumors about it. But dude he was fucking screaming for his mom, dude. Or his grandma or somebody, his mama or somebody, his grandma or his mom, one of the two he was hollering for. And that is fucked up.
You know, and another thing is, if you look at the position the police officer is in, he was balancing himself with his hand on the car. And let's just say it's his left knee is on the neck. I don't know if it's the left or the right. I think it's the left is on the neck.
It is the left.
You watch his right foot. It's barely touching the ground, dude. It's pivoting around like there's no weight on it. He's only pushing this foot and his hand on the car to balance himself to put 100% of his body weight on that fucking neck. Yeah. And like you said, I can't believe
nobody fucking did anything.
Pleading, get off his neck. Get off of him. Yeah. What are you doing? And those other cops are just fucking standing there. Yeah. They could have easily, dude, 3 minutes earlier, they could have walked up and said, it's enough. Get off of him. You know, this fucking guy's dying here.
Or 2 minutes. Or just been like, hey, let me take over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, diffuse the situation. Do something.
Yeah.
Like you gotta
pussies, dude. Pussies is what that is.
I mean, you had a first responder though trying to get in. I did see that camera angle where he was like, I want to check his pulse, and I think they drew on him when he was trying to get in. He was like an off-duty EMT or something.
Really?
Tried to get in from what I saw, and like a couple people tried passively, and were like stopped by the other cops, and that's where I think the other cops are more in trouble too. Not only didn't stop, but you impeded people from stopping the situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just fucking awful.
Yeah. I just, like I said, man, it makes me feel like it's a staged event, honest to God.
Well, that's what the conspiracy is. The whole thing is staged, that he's still alive. The cops weren't.
Too
much shit that there's too many people that have to be involved.
Yeah.
To stage something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
I think if there's any conspiracy to be had, it's the after effects.
Yeah.
The protesting, the looting, the burning, the civil unrest. That right there is that was fucking pure. That was without question taken advantage of.
Well, with something like that, all you got to do is get the ball. All you got to do with the staging the civil unrest would be to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, just set out a couple of pallets of bricks, and there you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, there's always snakes in the grass in any one of these situations. Always.
Yeah.
You always have that, and most of the time, what I've seen, it's fucking young, skinny white men causing, like fucking Antifa kids causing the major problems in these events.
Pussies.
You know what I mean? That's
Pussies.
who I've seen.
Pussies. Pussies, man. Those fucking skinny ass, fucking skinny jean wearing fucking pussies, man. Pussies. I shared that video around to them fucking, those Patriots fucking beating the fucking shit out of those dudes.
Yeah, that was cool.
Fucking knocking them the fuck out. You know what I mean? That's one of my favorite fucking things to search on YouTube is fucking Antifa getting knocked the fuck out.
It seems to be very common.
I fucking love that shit. They're sharing these fucking pictures and shit around on Twitter and Instagram talking about they're going after bikers. Fuck the Hells Angels. Fuck the Outlaws. Yeah. And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck are you guys talking about, man? There's some fucking bells out there that just can't be unrung. You know what I'm saying? Like when you when you dare a biker gang like the fucking Outlaws or the fucking Hells Angels to be like, bitch, you ain't about shit, dude. They'll fucking listen. I've seen dudes get their teeth knocked out for just saying they're like they're one like a club member. Like saying they're part of the club and they ain't. I've seen a dude get fucking beat within an inch of his fucking life for that shit. You think calling them a bunch of pussies and challenging them to a fight ain't gonna turn out the same way?
Well, yeah, and the difference.
You ever been shabbed before? You ever been shot and stabbed at the same time? Shabbed? Because that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, no. You call it a group like that. A lot of times the way they work is they'll target 4 or 5 disorganized people walking around and send 8 of them after them. Like, you're talking about organized biker gangs.
Right.
Like, you're not going to be able to pull that shit off.
Dude,
you catch 2 or 3 of them at a time, like, someone's getting hurt.
Yeah, dude. But when these motherfuckers are rolling in, like, so deep that the windows throughout the town are rattling and shit, and you fucking feel it in your chest because all them fucking V-twins rolling down the road, I'm telling you, man. It's not something you want to be fucking with, man. It's just not, dude. It's just not, because there aren't...
Poor idea.
The people that can actually make a difference in this fucking movement are not out occupying fucking the downtown Seattle right now. They're at work.
Yep.
These are a bunch of dipshit, unemployed fucking yum-yums out there causing trouble. That's all it is. Out of school college kids. And 20-somethings that ain't got shit going on in their lives.
Yeah.
Some of these videos, they're kids running around like they just got done playing fucking Call of Duty. You know what I mean?
Those are the funniest motherfuckers when they get hit. When they get hit. Do you see that video? It's like I don't know if it's a National Guard or a police officer with the face shield. And the girl reaches up like this, and she just fucking clocks her right in the fucking neck, and that was it. Went down like a sack of potatoes. I'm like, I could watch that shit all day.
I saw one where some young kid was like arguing with these 2 dudes. They look like they were like Jesus repent people or whatever. They're arguing. This kid thinks the guy isn't looking and goes to throw a punch, and the other guy catches it.
Oh yeah. I've seen that one too. I've seen that.
That was a pretty funny one. He just caught the kid's punch in midair and then laughed at him.
What a fucking...
Probably not a good idea, man.
Yeah, that kid was young too. Bro, he must have been like 16. I'm like, you can get your ass whooped.
These are kids. These are people that have never been punched in their face.
No, they have no idea what it is.
And every video you see on the internet, the first time somebody gets physical with them motherfuckers want to call the cops. They be on the ground crying. You done violated all their rights.
They got 2 girls with bullnose rings in protecting them, being like, "Don't hit him." I'm like, okay.
Well, that's the funny thing is they act so surprised when they start getting their asses.
Yeah.
Well, because nobody's ever hit them
supposed to happen.
You think you can run your mouth till you get hit? Like I used to think I had an opinion until my dad told me I didn't have one.
Right.
So
right.
Like,
I had a lot of shit to say until Grandpa snatched my ass up. You're like, oh, maybe I should just keep my mouth shut.
Real quick, like, should I say this or not? Because it's gonna come with some consequences.
Really fucked up world we're living in right now, man.
It's out of control.
I would love to see all of this just stop, man. But
I think eventually, but it's going to be a while.
I honestly think it's going to get worse before it gets better, to be quite honest with you, man.
Yeah.
I have very shitty feeling that it might turn into a situation where, you know, they might have to fucking put some boots on the ground, man. It's
well, that's the thing. That's the thing, T. It's one thing to bring in the National Guard that is trained to handle this. Military is not trained to be police officers. They're trained to fucking kill.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we don't want. We don't want the military.
Right. But you're getting to a point though where these, like in that fucking in Seattle there, where they're fucking running around with long guns. You know what I mean? Them motherfuckers running around with fucking assault rifles.
Yeah.
Assault rifles.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. They're running around with AR-15s right now.
Yeah.
You know, and
it's scary shit.
It's going to get to if that is allowed to continue to happen, it's going to get to the point where people are going to start dying.
Yeah.
You know,
I think we're in our version of the late 60s, early 70s where, you know, presidents are getting murdered. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't new to America, and I'm just hoping the late 70s, early 80s comes back around where everyone's just tired of fucking arguing.
Yeah. The 80s were fucking awesome. You gotta think about it. Think about it. In the fucking 80s when Reagan was in, I mean, fuck, man, shit was legit, man. I mean, you know, I mean, there was some fucked up shit going on, but it was, I mean, life was really starting to turn around. You know what I mean? People were really, I mean, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what's happened over the last 10 years, but fuck me, man. Fuck me.
You know where I think a lot of this stems from? And again, my opinion, I think 75% of this stems directly from the media. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I just watched a simple video the other day. Donald Trump standing there giving one of his speeches, like it or not, and reporters are fucking interrupting him. Have you ever seen in history any president be interrupted by some fucking hag that keeps on asking the same question and interrupting? The lack of respect for our leadership now, okay, is where this stems from, and it's the fucking media. And if they're not held accountable, this shit ain't gonna change.
Our local, like the Toledo news station up here, has a Facebook page, and I'll be honest with you, man, I have not seen, since I started following that page, not one thing that they've shared on social media was not divisive in some kind of way.
Yeah.
Not in some way, see, just looking for discord.
Look, here's the thing, T. There was a time, I don't know, 80s, 70s, where one company could only own 2 to 3 forms of media, meaning you could have your radio station, you could have a television station, and you could have, at the time there was no social media. Now, there's like 2-3 companies that own 80% of the media.
Yeah.
So they're controlling it from every which fucking way. And that's the dangerous part, because they're controlling.
Mark's got his tinfoil hat on right now.
It's Jiffy
Pop. I mean, you're making a point. You're making a point against laissez-faire capitalism.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Let me back this up.
This is what happens.
Excuse me,
the rich get richer.
I'm not going to be long-winded with this, because we should have a disclaimer.
Liar.
We need a disclaimer right now. Okay. Number one, none of us have an education. Okay. A, B.
You've already. This is
Can I
already
finish my
really
disclaimer?
Long.
Can I finish my disclaimer? Okay. None of us are currently in active military. Okay. Number 4, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Number 4, we are not being paid for this. Number 5, we're going to piss some people off, but that's just who we are. Number 6, do we need to add anything else to our disclaimer, T?
No, I think we're good.
We're good? Yeah, okay. Okay.
I liked AB 4 and 4. Those were good ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really hot in here. That's why I got my fucking headphones off. I'm sweating. It's fucking killing me, man. These things are fucking hot as fuck. But we can't we can't all sound like shit like Seth. You know what I mean? We gotta sound decent.
I have a microphone.
I have a microphone.
I have a microphone.
I don't know, man. I don't think Trump's gonna win, man.
Are you kidding me? It's gonna be a fucking landslide.
Dude, they're gonna fucking... Dude, all these fucking... All these...
It's gonna be a fucking landslide.
I thought it was gonna be a landslide, but not after all this shit has happened, I don't think. No, I don't think so anymore.
No.
People just want this to be over with. Just like
Joe Biden has nothing to offer.
Dude, they're
country.
gonna vote that fucking dude in no matter what, dude.
No, they're not.
Dude, he'll be like Uncle Jerry.
No.
He'll
The
be
plan
like
is
Gerald
dude,
Ford. He'll be Uncle Jerry stumbling around.
Listen,
the plan is you got to watch who he picks for his VP, because that's who would be president. Because they'll yank his ass out in 3 months and say he's not fit for office. Here's your president.
He's got some cognitive fucking issues going on. He's not all there.
No,
he's not all there. If you go to my Facebook page and look for that video.
He was reading a speech and got tongue-tied.
Yeah.
And forgot where he was on his fucking...
the dude's
There's
fucking...
something wrong with him.
Yeah, he's not right. It don't matter, because Sunday the world's going to end any fucking way. So it's all
Mayan
good.
Calendar revisit?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Getting back
I
into
would
that.
find it fucking be over when done with. This fucking point.
Yeah, what I would like to see is a fucking solar flare that knocks down all the electronics.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
We obviously can't handle social media. We should just get rid of it.
Social media is the worst thing that's ever happened to man.
It is. It's one of them. I really believe it is.
I think technology is great, and then again, I also see it's the bane of human existence, man.
Yeah.
You know
we
what
are
I mean?
imploding as a society.
Because of these things right here.
Yep. We are glorified cavemen with cool shit. That's what we are.
Yeah. Fucking
That's a
savages.
good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Bunch of
true.
fucking savages.
You're dead
We're
on.
no more advanced than we were 200 years ago. We just got cool shit.
Yep. Savages with lightsabers, man. That's us, dude.
Yeah.
Without
Hairless monkey
question.
spinning around on a blue
Dude,
planet.
let me tell you something. When I was
Hurtling through
when I was in,
space at a gajillion miles an hour, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck,
obviously,
dude.
I'm older than y'all, but in junior high, which was 7th, 8th, and 9th,
Back
we
in
watched a
1960.
video.
Go
We
ahead.
watched a video called Big Brother, Shut the Fuck Up. And they told us,
that
you know,
cars
by
would
the year
have
2000,
round
there's
wheels
gonna
one
be-
day.
there's going to be cameras everywhere. There's going to be a cashless society.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to watch every fucking move you make. And we were like, I was like 15 years old going, yeah, right. You're full of shit.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Look at it now.
And it's all come true.
Yep.
It's all come
Here,
true.
dude.
Yep.
You know.
So,
Living it.
well, guys, sorry we didn't get to fucking hang out last week. I had fucking technical difficulties, man. Our town was leveled by straight line winds, and I had no power for a few days. So I'm sorry about that, but thanks everybody for tuning in and all that shit.
I was surprised you didn't go over to your cousins and grab one of them big fucking generators and set your fucking house up, man.
I mean, I did have a generator, but it ain't gonna run that fucking computer, motherfucker.
Yeah.
A computer's the least of it. You could run the whole fucking house on the shit you guys got it at metal store.
Yeah, the essentials were working for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But everything else was fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we'll fucking I don't know. Maybe we'll see you next Wednesday. Maybe we'll try to find us a guest or something. I don't know. If not, it'll just be us three. But thanks, guys, for watching. If you want to become a Patreon member, go to www.patreon.com/Squeegee Life and make up that $20 that fucking Joe Henry Hardy fucking took away from us because Mark's Big's mouth. I'm gonna try. Jennifer's gonna try to get all your Patreon shirts for you before the 4th of July, so you guys can all rock them on the 4th of July and post pictures on social media rocking your official Squeegee Life gear. I might even make fucking Mark Tanner one this time, even though he's not a Patreon member. He's never bought a T-shirt from me.
I don't give you. I don't do enough here. Yeah, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. Oh shit!
You don't deserve it at all.
You don't.
You're a real piece of shit.
Okay.